Hello, my name is Kurt Salisbury, and I'm the Director of Adoptions here at Amplify. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a minute and we're going to go through Amplify Classroom, and we're going to actually show you how you can actually take some lessons and activities and customize them to make your own. But the first thing you want to do is, if you haven't yet, sign up for an account. So when you go to Amplify Classroom, you'll be able to sign up for an account for free and access all sorts of lessons and activities that you can use in your classroom right away. But I'm going to go ahead and log in real quickly since I already have an account. And when I do, this is kind of our Amplify Classroom Discovery page. This page will host a ton of activities. You can see right now we have our most popular up here at the top. We have some kind of themed and some activities that have been recently released that we continually to rotate out new ones every so often you can explore. And then we even have other feature collections of favorite lessons and favorite activities, or just general things like starter screens and things that you can use to check in with your students before you ever begin a lesson. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hop over here to some of our customizable lessons. And we're going to actually look at what you can actually do with these. And so I'm going to hop in here to some of our early grade stuff. I'm going to scroll through and you can see that I can kind of browse by subject or I can browse by topic. And I'm going to kind of go down here to some science activities or some science lessons. And I'm going to just select one here. Let's select this first one. And when I click on it, you'll notice one of the things is at the very top right, there are three dots. If you see three dots in one of the activities or lessons, you can actually customize it, which means you can take that activity, you can copy it and make your own copy and then make changes to it, whatever you want to do to kind of fit the needs of your students. And so I'm going to do that here. I'm going to take this activity, I'm going to hit the three dots, I'm going to hit copy and edit. And once I do, notice at the very top, you can see copy up here, and then it says the lesson. And now I can kind of change this and make my own. So I'm going to go into my draft here of the lesson I just copied over. And notice it takes me into this kind of space. I love to call it just a sandbox where I can build and create all sorts of things that I want to. But I'm not going to do anything complicated to start. What the first thing I'm going to do is I don't like the word that it says copy of and that sort of thing. And I want to remove fourth grade. I'm just going to click at the very top. And notice when I do, I'm going to do it one more time. It brings up this screen where I can actually change the title of this lesson or activity. And so I'm going to do that. Let's get rid of copy of, let's get rid of fourth grade. I'm just going to call it Earth Seasons. Let's just call it first period, because that's what I want to do. I'm going to use this for first period. This is Earth Seasons. That's what I feel like doing. Notice some other things. I can toggle the different types of activity style and all that kind of want to. And I'm going to hit save once I do that. And then the other thing I can do with this is I can add in any screen from any other activity that I want to by just copying that screen over. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back over here to kind of our discovery page again, where we have all these different activities. And when I was scrolling down, I noticed something that says starter screens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a starter screen here. If I select it, you can see all these different starter screens for checking in. I've got ones for understanding, even some popular screen remixes, some whiteboards if I just want some space for students to write, or random generators, or classroom data collections, all sorts of different starter screens I can use. But I'm going to select this first one up here. And notice there's just some different ones, like how are you feeling today? Or I don't know, what's new? Where students can sketch, or I don't know, just, hey, an opportunity for students to explain or express what they're thinking or what they're feeling before I start a lesson, or even a dot that they can actually drag around. But I really like that robot face there at the very first one. I think this one is fun. I think it's delightful. And then what I can do is, if you notice at the very top left up here, it says copy the screen. So I can hit copy this screen, and it's that Command C button if you want to, if you're using your keyboard instead of your mouse. And then I'm going to go back to that activity that we had opened up. So I'm going to pivot back over here, and notice there's a plus here, which would allow me to add in a blank screen. And then I can just paste in that robot screen that we had that we liked. And in fact, I'm going to put it at the very first by dragging it over here to the left. So notice what I've done is I've actually taken an activity that was built. I changed the name on it to fit my need or fit the period that I'm going to teach. And then I've added an additional check-in screen for students. So to add a little bit more to it. And what's great is you can copy in screens from all sorts of activities and add them into other ones to really make your own lesson, to make your own experience that you want for students. And then once you've done that, what you'll do is you'll come up here and hit that publish button at the top right. So I'm going to hit publish. And now it has created my own personal copy with the changes that I made, with the change in the title and that additional screen at the front. And you're maybe wondering, well, what happens to it? Where does it go? Over here at the very left, there will be something called My Stuff over here on your left banner. If you kind of scroll down just a little bit, it's kind of in the middle. And if you click on it and go to Custom Activities, this is where all the things that you build and make will go. And notice up here at the very top is that activity that I just created. So this will kind of house anything that you make or customize to make your own. So hopefully you enjoyed that first kind of look at getting your activity started, getting your account started, and building your first one by copying in a few screens. We'll be sharing some more as we go and some different ways to really make activities pop and make them your own in your classroom.